You've started the morning routine before. The journaling, the gratitude list, the affirmations, and 2 weeks later, nothing. Not because you're undisciplined, because it didn't mean anything to your body. So today we're building something different. Welcome back to Unapologetically in Power. I'm Jennifer Damascus. We just finished talking about some of the masks: the chameleon, the affirmations reframe, the invisible one, the woman underneath the title, the past few episodes. And if those episodes did what they were supposed to do, you're sitting with some things: some recognition, some discomfort, some questions about who you actually are underneath everything you've been performing. Today, we start building the answers, not with another list of things to do, with a daily practice that works at the level where change actually happens. The body, the subconscious, the felt self of who you're becoming. And I call it the sovereign practice. And I want to anchor it in Maxwell's law of intentionality from his work on growth. Growth doesn't just happen. You have to be intentional about it. So my translation is a daily practice isn't a habit you're trying to build. It's a decision you make every morning about who you are becoming. And when it's built right, it doesn't feel like discipline. It feels like coming home to yourself. So let me be honest about why the previous attempts didn't stick. It's not discipline. It's not consistency. It's not even time. Most daily practices fail for 3 reasons. The first one is they live only in the head. A gratitude list that you write quickly and move on from never reaches the body. The subconscious doesn't register it as meaningful. It registers it as a task. And tasks get dropped when life gets busy. The second reason is they ask you to perform positivity you don't feel. And we talked about this slightly in the affirmations episode. When the gap between what you're writing and what you actually feel is too wide, the practice creates resistance instead of momentum. So you end up feeling worse for not believing what you wrote. And the third reason is they have no architecture. A random collection of things to write in the morning isn't a practice, it's a list. Lists are forgettable. Architecture is structural. It holds even when motivation doesn't show up. And the sovereign practice solves all 3. So you're asking, what is the sovereign practice you're talking about? And the sovereign practice is a daily 3-layer framework. Each layer does specific work. And together they create a complete identity architecture for the woman you're building yourself into. The first layer is sovereign gratitude. And it's not a list of things you're thankful for. A felt experience of the fullness of what's already in your life. The difference is everything. And we'll go deep on the next episode. Layer 2 is sovereign statements. Your embodied identity declarations. The one your nervous system accepts as true. Written, then spoken out loud. Both. Every time. And layer 3 is your sovereign vision. Your outcomes written and felt as already in motion. Not wishes, not goals, a felt experience of a reality you're actively building. Written, spoken, felt. 3 layers every day. That's it. So I want to explain the written and spoken distinction because it's the piece most people skip. And it's the piece that makes the whole thing work. Writing anchors intentions in the conscious mind. When you write something by hand, not type, write, your brain processes it differently. Research from cognitive psychologist Stanislaus Dehaney shows that handwriting activates neural pathways associated with learning and memory that typing simply doesn't. You are literally encoding the information more deeply when you write it. But writing alone isn't enough. Speaking activates the body. When you say something out loud, when you hear your own voice declare it, your nervous system responds to it as real in a way that silent reading does not produce. You are not just thinking the statement, you are experiencing yourself saying it. And that experience is data the subconscious can use. Written plus spoken equals the full loop. Conscious encoding plus embodied activation. That's the combination that installs new belief. That's why this works when everything else didn't. So here's what the sovereign practice looks like in real life. You need a dedicated notebook, not your phone, not a notes app, a physical notebook. Somewhere that belongs only to this practice. Keep it somewhere you'll see it first thing. By the bed, on the coffee maker, wherever your mornings begin. The practice itself takes 10 to 15 minutes when you're established. It's longer in the beginning while you're building the layers. And you write each layer and then you read it out loud. All of it. Every day. Not some days. Every day. Because the sovereign practice isn't about motivation. It's about repetition building a new baseline for who you believe yourself to be. And baselines do not shift from occasional effort. They shift from daily evidence. So here are the steps. The first step, get your notebook. Physical, dedicated, yours alone. Not beautiful if beautiful becomes a reason to wait. Just a notebook you'll actually use. Step 2, block 10 minutes. Morning is best before the roles kick in, before the demands start, before the day tells you who to be. This is the 10 minutes that belong to the woman underneath everything. And then step 3, come back for the next 3 episodes. We're building each layer in full detail. Sovereign gratitude next week, sovereign statements the episode after, and sovereign vision to close. By the end of this series, you'll have everything you need to build your complete personal sovereign practice. Most daily practices fail because they ask you to perform growth rather than build it. The sovereign practice is different. It meets you where you are. It builds from felt truth. It compounds over time, and it becomes, if you let it, the most important 10 minutes of your day. Not because it's productive, because it's the 10 minutes where you remember who you actually are before the world gets to tell you. Next episode, we're going into layer 1, which is the sovereign gratitude. And I promise you, by the time we're done, you'll never write a gratitude list the same way again. If this episode names something you've been living, the first real step isn't another podcast episode, though please continue to come back. I love all of you. It's knowing which mask has been running your life. So I invite you to take the identity mask quiz. I'm leaving the link in the show notes. Find out which of the 7 masks is costing you the most right now. Thank you for being here with me on this episode. I'll see you next week right here on Unapologetically in Power.